Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Tokwe Williams Adewumi.
Good morning.
Okay, by popular demand, the children course. My son is going on vacation in 2 weeks' time. We have a lot of us going on staycation, and we need to engage our children in creative things. You said you have a 4-week children course.
Yes.
What exactly is this all about?
Basically,
Okay.
the whole idea behind the course is to engage the young children and as well help them promote their creativity. Because we all know that we are going down the entrepreneurship field.
Okay.
As well as trying to get people to work on a skill. So it's good to catch the children at a young age. And of course, most parents who are very, very busy and who do not know how to engage their kids, can send them over to us.
Okay, so what's the course title? What's the title of the course itself?
Okay, it's called the Basic Fashion Course for Juniors.
Basic fashion course for juniors.
Ages 9 to 16.
9, that means it must be in about basic 4, 5 or primary 5 as they say now.
I left primary school a long time ago, so I don't know. I don't know what the system is like anymore.
Basic, yeah, I know the rest. Okay, so what's it about?
Okay, so like I said, people actually do not believe that young children can learn how to sew. Because I think over time, not like when we were growing up that we were forced to do a lot of things. I think a lot of parents are very protective of their kids. So when you tell them you can actually teach people how to sew as young as 9, they get very shocked until they see the results. And it's always a rewarding experience working with children. Because apart from all the drama and stuff that happens, when they actually see their work come to life. I mean, okay, so it's not like we're trying to replicate the school calendar because, I mean, they've been through school, they're tired, it's not for them to now start another thing that's going to be completely engaging. So it's for 3 days a week. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Tuesdays,
Thursdays, and
okay.
Fridays. So they come in at 10 o'clock. And then they leave at around 2 o'clock. It's to get them busy. It's to get them, working on something that they love doing. The average child likes fashion. I mean, we watch TV. We want to wear good clothes. And some of them are even sewing doll clothes now, even with paper. I mean, I remember a parent bringing her child. And, I mean, she had all these tiny, tiny sketches in her pad. And it was quite interesting to see that even at that young age, they know that this is what they want to do. So
okay, now it's 3 days a week for 4 weeks.
For 4 weeks.
Okay,
yes.
now for what do we expect to learn in week 1?
Okay, so week 1 first, we're talking about fashion because they need to understand that fashion is not just about sewing. They need to understand what fashion means to them, And then after that, we're going to also talk about a bit about the history of fashion. I know my adult students always wonder why I don't treat the history of fashion with them. But, for young kids, it's always good to show how fashion has evolved over time. And then they can pick which style they resonate with the best. And then they start on hand embroidery. So they learn how to start working with their hands, and this is all in an extremely supervised environment.
And embroidery, use simple words. Is it needle and thread?
Needle and thread, yes. So they do beading, they do hand embroidery. And they learn how to hem their skirts, how to sew buttons, because these are basic things that
in week 1.
In week 1, yes.
Okay.
And then the project, and when they're done with that, they have to now bring like a basic t-shirt, plain t-shirt or a plain pair of jeans, and then whatever they have learned, they need to come up with their own design and then do the same thing using a combination of different tools. They need to start building their own individuality from day one. So we don't impose on them. This is what you have learned. Now, spice up that t-shirt or spice up that pair of jeans.
Okay, now
that's interesting.
Week 2, what would they expect to learn?
Okay, so in week 2, that is when they actually begin to work on their project, which is something very simple, like a basic skirt, right? And the whole idea behind this is they learn the whole process. So you start off learning how to take the measurements that you need to create the skirt, and then when you're done with that, they create a pattern. We spoke about the pattern last week, the garment on paper. So they actually create a pattern following instructions.
That means they will learn the measurement, how to measure.
The measurements, yes.
Okay, they learn the pattern.
They'll learn the pattern, yes.
Okay.
After they create the pattern, then they will learn how to handle the sewing machine. Yes.
Gangan.
In week 2 already.
Okay.
Remember, it's just 4 weeks, so they need to try and achieve what they need to achieve.
Well, I don't know. Some people will say it's like imposing so many things on a child so fast.
Well, interestingly enough, it's even the kids that even push out, Auntie, what's the next thing? Auntie, what's the next thing? So they can't wait to get on the sewing machine. And for me, it's like, wow. You don't need to drag them. The minute they come in, even when they're doing the hand embroidery, they're asking you about the machine. When are we going to start you know?
Now I'm tempted to ask the question, okay? Is this something you've tested before?
Of course, we've done it before. We did it last year. In fact, the very first time we ran the course, we had about 11 kids.
Okay.
You know, and it was, I mean, having 11 kids, different ages and stuff, it was, I mean, one of my previous employers sent 3 of his children, 2 kids and a cousin, you know, because it was a matter of, thank God, I know what, I don't have to bother about what they're doing, you know, and they were, and even at 2 o'clock, the kids don't want to leave.
So, okay, from 10 to 2 they'll learn, and from 2 o'clock they can work on other things at least to perfect their skills.
Well, no, at 2 o'clock, we're hoping their parents come and pick them up. But if they don't come, we're not going to chase them. Yes.
Will the children get a certificate after all this?
Of course, it's called a certificate of completion once they are done. And being done is not about just sewing your skirt. They actually have to replicate what they have done for their mothers. I mean, yes, because last year, one of the moms sent us the picture of the skirts that her daughter made for her, and she wore it to work.
Wonderful.
And this girl was 9 years old.
Okay, yeah, so it's not a sexually biased
No, of
thing.
course not.
Yes, it's for both the male and the female, and yes, indeed, it's something where you can actually see the results, and basically, yes, the children will get a certificate, you know, after you know, fulfilling this 4 weeks course. Okay, that's an assurance there from Chopper to you this morning. Okay, so yes, let's remind them, when is this course starting, and yes, from when till when?
It starts on the 1st of August, and it runs
1st of
throughout-
August, that's,
yes.
you're giving us a month notice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, enough notice.
Okay.
And how do I put it now?
How do I register?
Registering fee and all that.
Okay, the fees for the course are 50,000,
Wow,
and then there's
for 5 weeks. For 4 weeks.
4 weeks, and then there's a
Okay.
5,000 for a kit which belongs to them. So everything is like a total of 55,000.
Okay. You want to come directly to somewhere to pay.
Please, no. Well, the thing is, they can't pay on the day because we need time to go and buy the materials. So they need to register before.
You see?
Yes.
So please note, you cannot pay on August 1st.
no,
You have
no.
to pay before so that your child will be registered at the, you know,
You can buy the
slots
materials,
and
yes.
materials needed for him
Will
or
be prepared.
to be provided. So you have to pay before.
Before.
Note, before August 1. Okay. So remember, you can find out details on www.fashionbeyondstitches.com. Check out at Instagram at Martwayne, and yes, you can also call on 0809-787-6075 to find out for more details. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, we got to wrap up the show this week because our time is fast spent. My name remains awesome.
And my name is Kayode Shokoye.
And yes,
I'm Tokwe Williams Adeomi,
okay, so together we say follow the money
and talk the business.